You did the brain dump, you felt relief. And then 2 days later, maybe 3, you're right back in it. Racing thoughts, irritable, snapping at your kids, running on empty again. And some part of you thought, what is wrong with me? I'm here to tell you, nothing is wrong with you. But there are 3 specific patterns that keep pulling overwhelmed moms back into survival mode. And most women have no idea they're doing any of it. I know these patterns because I lived every single one of them for years. As a working mom, cancer diagnosis, ADHD diagnosis, 2 kids, a husband, a business, I tried everything. And every time I found something that helped, the relief would last a few days and then quietly disappear. It wasn't until I understood why the calm kept wearing off that anything actually changed. And that's what this video is about. Before I walk you through these, I want to say something so important. These patterns are incredibly common. I see them constantly in the moms I talk with, and almost none of them realize they're doing it. This is not a character flaw. This is not evidence that you're beyond help. These are patterns that make complete sense given what survival mode does to your nervous system. And once you see them, you can't unsee them. So mistake number 1 is that she resets her calendar instead of her nervous system. Here's what this looks like in real life. She has a rough week, she's overwhelmed, scattered, behind on everything. So she sits down on a Sunday night, opens her planner, and rebuilds her whole schedule. Color codes it, blocks everything out, and feels genuinely hopeful. And by Wednesday, the wheels are off again. And here's why. When your nervous system is stuck in survival mode, it is running a constant program in the background, scanning for threats, anticipating what's next, keeping you on alert. And that program doesn't care about your new time blocks. It doesn't read your planner. It just keeps running. So when she reorganizes her calendar, it's like she's rearranging furniture in a house that's on fire. The structure looks better, but the fire is still burning. The fix isn't a better schedule. It's interrupting the nervous system state first, and then building structure around a calmer version of yourself. So what to do instead? Before you plan anything, pause. Do the brain dump. Get everything out of your head and onto paper. Then look at your week. You're not scheduling from panic anymore. You're scheduling from a little more clarity. So mistake 2, she waits until she's already overwhelmed to do something about it. This one is sneaky because it feels responsible. She thinks, I don't want to overreact. I'll handle it when it gets bad. But survival mode doesn't announce itself, right? It's not like, hello, I'm here. It doesn't tap you on the shoulder and say, hey, I'm starting now. It creeps in, a little more reactive than yesterday, a little less patient at dinner, a little more scattered during the afternoon. And by the time she notices she's overwhelmed, she's already been in it for days, or who knows, weeks or months. And here's what makes it worse. When you're deep in survival mode, your capacity to do the very things that would help you, like pause, breathe, and get grounded, is significantly lower. The nervous system that's in survival is not optimized for rest. It's optimized for getting through and surviving and pushing through it. So she waits until she needs relief the most and tries to access tools she has the least capacity to use. And the cost, those 2 steps forward and 5 steps back, cycle, and that makes her feel like she's never actually changing. So what do you do instead? Treat calm like a daily practice, not a crisis response, right? Small, consistent interruptions of survival mode before the overwhelm actually hits are what change the baseline. You're not waiting to rescue yourself. You're doing quiet maintenance every single day. The third mistake, she measures progress by how calm she feels in the moment, not by how fast she recovers. And this one breaks my heart a little because it's why so many women give up on the things that are actually working. She does the brain dump. She feels better. The next morning, chaos hits. A sick kid, a work crisis, a bad night of sleep, and she's right back in the fog. And she thinks, see, didn't work. But here's what she's missing. Recovery speed is an actual metric. The goal isn't to never enter survival mode again, because life is always going to bring chaos, let's face it. That's what makes life fun. The goal is, how quickly can you interrupt it? How much faster do you bounce back than you did 3 or 6 months ago? She's measuring the wrong thing. She's looking for a permanent state of calm and calling the absence of that a failure. But real transformation isn't the absence of survival mode. It's getting better and better at getting out of it. Because she's measuring wrong, she quits before she even sees the compounding effect of the work she's doing. Now here's one reframe that you can take with you today. Next time you feel yourself sliding back into overwhelm, instead of asking yourself, why can't I stay on top of this? Ask, how fast can I get back? That shift changes everything. You're no longer failing every time the chaos returns. You're practicing recovery. And the more you practice, the faster you get. And if you want to go deeper on all of this, to actually understand how survival mode works, how to interrupt it, and how to build the kind of daily practices that lower your baseline for good, I've opened a waitlist for my free live training that I call Beyond Survival Mode, how to show up as the mom you've always wanted to be. The link is in the description below. Go fill that out. Now, here's what I want you to take away from everything that we've covered today. The reason nothing has stuck isn't that you lack discipline. It's not that you're too busy or too stressed or don't have the time or somehow less capable than other moms. It's that you've been trying to solve a nervous system problem with calendar tools. You've been waiting for the crisis to respond instead of building a daily calm. And you've been measuring the wrong thing, looking for permanent pace and permanent calm instead of faster recovery. More effort in the wrong direction is never going to get you there, and a different understanding of it will. Now that you know what's quietly been pulling you back, in the next video, I want to show you what happens when somebody actually breaks these patterns, because I lived every single one of them. And what changed everything wasn't finding a better system. It was something I never expected. Go watch it next.